What's the YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video. Shit, we got I think this a rapper. No, this not no rappermentary. This a documentary. Shit. The Rollin 60 Crips versus the Rollin 40's. When friends become enemies. Shit, crazy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the road to 1K. Let's get to the video. This shit long as hell. Not gonna lie. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, nigga. Yeah. Let's get to the video.
Welcome to Hood Politics.
Hold on, let me know in the comments what y'all trying to see though, too. Anything, music, these rappermentaries, all types of shit. We do everything over here, no cap.
In this episode, I will be discussing the war between the Rollin 60's neighborhood Crips and the Rollin 40's neighborhood Crips. The facts of the case are as follows. The gang landscape of Los Angeles is comprised of alliances, also known as cars. For example, within the Crips there are Gangster Crips, Hustler Crips, Neighborhood Crips, Deuces, which contrary to popular belief are not the same as Neighborhood Crips, and numerous others. But even within these cars themselves there are feuds, especially on the east side of South Central, where the Gangster Crips have fought amongst themselves for decades, with the most well-known rivalry being between the Avalon Gangster Crips and the Broadway Gangster Crips versus the 4 Deuce, 4 Trey, and 4-8 Gangster Crips. These wars go back at least 40 years. In West LA, the Playboy Gangster Crips went to war with the Mansfield Gangster Crips, and in the Valley, the Winsett Avenue Gangster Crips went to war with the original Valley Gangster Crips. While the Gangster Crip car has been fractured, the Neighborhood Crips have prided themselves on unity. Although there have been flare-ups over the years, issues were usually few and far between, but one summer, their unity was put to the test. In the early morning hours of Sunday, August 4th, 2013, there was a gathering at an after-hours lounge located near the intersection of 111th Street and Western Avenue in Rollin 100 Crip territory. Among the attendees were members of the Rollin 100 Crips, the Rollin 30's Harlem Crips, the Rollin 90's Neighborhood Crips, the Rollin 40's Neighborhood Crips, and the Rollin 60's Neighborhood.
Now look at this map, bro. This shit all seem far as hell, bro. I swear to God, it seemed far. But you take this one street, nigga, Western, that shit'll take your ass right through every single hood right here. No cap. Now you going, it's Western and what's the other street? What's that other street? What's this street right here? No, what's that other street that I think, is it Crenshaw? On God, Crenshaw could take? No. It's Normandy? I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It's another street.
Crips. By all accounts, the night was going well. There was food, drinks, and music, and everyone seemed to be having a good time. But as the night went on, things would take a turn for the worse. A member of the Rollin 60's and a member of the Rollin 40's named Edwin Van Joshua, who went by the nickname Tiny Crip Crazy, got into an argument, and a fistfight ensued. Edwin was known as a good fighter and got the best of the Rollin 60 member. Other Rollin 40 and Rollin 60 members got involved, and during the altercation, the Rollin 60 member that Edwin had just fought retrieved a gun and opened fire, striking Edwin multiple times. At 5:07 a.m., Edwin Van Joshua was pronounced dead. Another man was also shot during the confrontation. He was transported to a hospital where he was treated for his wounds and released. The news of Edwin's murder quickly spread throughout the city, and by later that morning, members of the Rollin 60's and Rollin 40's were doing damage control and attempting to end the feud before any more violence took place. But it was too late. The 40's wanted war, and the 60's welcomed it. Two gangs that had been close for decades were now on the warpath. The 40's and 60's have close ties through family and have essentially fought back to back against Bloods, Gangster Crips, and Hoovers. But in a blink of an eye, all that history meant nothing. In the hours following Edwin's murder, the 40's went on a rampage against the 60's.
Somebody just got it cracking on 10th Ave and 60th. Shaking my head. This shit crazy.
In one incident, the
all
40's
air
pulled
balls.
up on 10th
All air balls is crazy.
Avenue, which is a well-known hangout for the 60's, and opened fire on a group of men. The 60's quickly took to social media to mock the 40's, with one member saying that all of the shots were air balls, meaning that no one was hit. In return, the 60's ventured into Rollin 40's territory and shot up their known hangouts. When allies become enemies, it's particularly deadly because they know each other's hangouts, vehicles, and even home addresses, and the 40's and 60's took full advantage of said knowledge. The Rollin 30's, Rollin 50's, Rollin 90s, and Rollin 100s, stayed neutral during the war and refused to pick a side. Most viewed it as a brotherly quarrel that they should just stay out of. The 40s and 60s respected their decisions, and neither gang faulted them for not choosing to get involved. This wasn't the first internal war within the Rollin car, with the most well-known feud being the 10-year war between the 40s and the Rollin 30s, which took place from...
See, this shit right here, bro, I don't get, bro. How the hell, nigga? Alright, nigga, I swear to God, the 30s and the 40s is like, nigga, I don't understand how they beefing, bro. I don't get it, bro. They right here, my nigga. You go across the street from this McDonald's right here, and you go to, say you go to second half, fool. You're in the 40s, my nigga. You cross over here, you go to 39th, you know where you at, nigga.
Roughly 1996 to 2006. On August 6 at 10:45 p.m., a 54-year-old man named Mitchell Graves was walking near the intersection of 62nd Street and Madden Avenue, deep in Rollin 60 territory, when two men approached him on foot and opened fire, striking Mitchell multiple times. At 11:11 p.m., Mitchell Graves was pronounced dead. It's believed the Rollin 40s were responsible. On August 27th at around 4 p.m., a group of people were standing in front of an apartment building located on 64th Street in Rollin 60 territory. Among the group was an 18-year-old man named Antonio Riley. Antonio was a member of the Rollin 60s and went by the nickname Crafty Blue 3. Also present was a 16-year-old young man named Trayvon Jackson. Trayvon was also a member of the Rollin 60s and went by the nickname Shady Huck 3 and Huckabuck 5. Shortly afterwards, a light-colored vehicle turned onto 64th Street, approached the group, and opened fire. The group scattered and ran for cover as the gunshots rang out. The car then fled the scene. When the smoke cleared, Antonio and Trayvon were both shot multiple times, and both of them were pronounced dead at the scene. A third person was also shot. They were treated for their wounds and released. Detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. They discovered numerous bullet casings.
Damn, the 40s was trying to get up. Bro, they was trying to get back. Well, ain't no trying. They did.
Scattered along the street, and one witness reported hearing over 20 gunshots. The news of Antonio's and Trayvon's murders quickly began to spread, and so did the rumors of who was responsible. Some theorized it could have been the Inglewood families, the A-Trade gangsters, or the Hoovers. But as more information came in, it became clear who was really responsible: the Rollin 40s. And the 40s boldly took to social media to claim responsibility for the shooting and to mock the Rollin 60s. This incident led to even more shootings between the...
I ain't never seen that. Hey, this new. Hey, what the hell? Hold on. This, let's just say 6. Oh, that shit whacked. Never. I ain't gonna say this because, you know. Yeah.
And to mock the Rollin 60s. This incident led to even more shootings between the 40s and the 60s, and the war continued for the following weeks, months, and years. The war would play out on social media and in music.
And I'm Avon K. 60's, nigga, ain't no peace treaty, nigga. Oh, yeah. We forgot to tell y'all, we still 60K and all that. I'm Crips. Oh, Mr. 6 okay.
We don't know what the homies on, but I'm so Crips.
The door sock.
Hey, bro, these niggas, fool.
Hold on. And all that. I'm Crips. Oh, Mr. 6 okay.
Oh.
We don't know what the homies on, but I'm so Crips.
But the door side still won't be.
On Crips.
We still
The
want to
dark
be some
side
hood.
still
We thought the
won't
hood was
be.
gonna get sick when Shady Huck got whacked.
No.
Funky. I'm 6 fuck funky. 6-0. Climate Club #1 hood. Alex Crips. Yeah.
Back Glock, 2 sticks, 60 shots, 2 niggas, extra out with true about.
Let me catch a slob, I'ma knock the B off his bait cap. S don't tease and store hash, get whacked. And sissy niggas got they neck.
Hey, they brought the X4 back, fool. No cap.
Back Glock, 2 sticks, 60 shots, 2 niggas, extra out with true about.
Let me catch a slob, I'ma knock the B off his bait cap. S don't tease and store hash, get whacked. And sissy niggas got they nerves, they like our little cousins.
In 2016,
Oh, that nigga X4 used to be dissing. Oh, God. He did used to be dissing the 6.
and then Ronaldo Reeser developed a Crip softball league.
He
Ronaldo
did,
was
bro.
a member of the Raymond Avenue Crips and went by the nickname Wiz, but he was no longer an active gang member.
What
He
that
was
nigga say that one bar, fool? That nigga was like, He said something about Nipsey, fool.
Now
I remember
focused on
that
creating
shit.
peace amongst
Oh,
gangs
God.
and community development through his organization, RACE, which stands for Reclaiming America's Communities Through Empowerment. Also involved in the development of the league was a man named Gary Dordan. Gary was a member of the Rollin 40's and went by the nickname Big Twin due to him being born 6 minutes before his twin brother Jerry. Gary was active in his younger years, but he grew tired of the gang life and began doing gang outreach and community work through an organization called GRID, which stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development.
We all got the same suffer. We want to work, we want better for ourselves, we want our kids to have a better place to come live, to come hang out, you know.
Damn.
And in
Don't
order
tell
to,
me he got
you got to
popped,
start
bro.
from up.
Damn. He was trying to do better.
You know, if we don't do it, who gonna do it? Who else gonna do it?
Gary got the Rollin 40's involved in the league. Other gangs within the league were the Rollin 30's, the Rollin 90's, the Raymond Avenue Crips, the East Coast Crips, the Nutty Block Compton Crips, the Santana Block Compton Crips, and others. The purpose of this league was to maintain peace and get players familiar with one another in hopes of curbing potential violence. Although the gangs within the league were all on good terms with each other, Ronaldo, Gary, and other organizers hoped to include rival gangs in the future. In the summer of 2018, the softball season was in full swing and the teams were fighting for a spot in the championship game. On Sunday, July 1st, the Rollin 40's beat the Rollin 90's 48-5 in a slate of games held at Peck Park in the city of San Pedro. Shortly afterwards, a man named Xavier Guerrero showed up at the park. Xavier was a member of the Rollin 60's and went by the nickname Chico. His presence caught the attention of organizers and he was asked to leave. The 60's were not allowed to join the softball league or even attend the games as spectators due to their feud with the 40's. The talk became heated, but Xavier ultimately left the park. After the games ended, Gary left the park and stopped by to see his grandmother Eula and wish her a happy birthday. He then drove to a friend's house located a few blocks away on Van Ness Avenue. At around 7:30 p.m., Gary was standing in the driveway talking with 5 of his friends when a black Mazda turned onto Van Ness Avenue and stopped in the middle of the street. 2 men exited the vehicle and opened fire on the group. The group fled for cover as bullets struck the home and nearby vehicles. The 2 gunmen then ran back to the Mazda and fled the scene. When the smoke cleared, Gary was shot. A bullet hit him in the back of his left shoulder, pierced his heart and lungs, and came to rest in his liver. By the time the paramedics arrived, Gary had no pulse. They performed CPR on him throughout the 12-minute ambulance ride to the hospital. The ambulance arrived at the hospital at 8 p.m., where Gary Dordan was pronounced dead. Another man was also shot during the incident and had to be placed on life support, but survived after spending weeks in the hospital. Gary was a 48-year-old father of 5. He loved to cook and was known for his barbecue ribs. Almost immediately, it was known that the Rollin 60's were responsible for the shooting. The atmosphere surrounding Gary's murder was anger, but also immense sadness. That a man who had essentially devoted his life to changing things became a victim himself, and it was at the hands of a group who knew who he was and knew what he meant to the community. The 40's knew that Gary wouldn't want revenge, and to avenge him would undermine his very mission and what he preached while he was alive. By mid-August, police had 3 members of the Rollin 60's in custody. Brandon Dixon, Dejon Wright, and Omario Guerrero were each charged with 1 count of murder for the death of Gary Dordan and 4 counts of attempted murder. Brandon's bail was set at $8 million, Dejon's bail was set at $7 million, and Omario, who was a minor at the time of the shooting, was held without bail. Investigators discovered that Xavier told the 3 about the dispute at the softball game and believed that the group set out to avenge him. Detectives were able to place Brandon at the scene due to his GPS ankle monitor and a surveillance video from a nearby business, which showed that he was driving a Mazda and he had circled the block multiple times. Brandon admitted to cruising past the house on Van Ness Avenue, but said he only went there to buy drugs from a member of the 40's, not to
This nigga on probation, catching bodies.
avenge Xavier. Brandon said as they pulled up, a tall man with glasses approached the car and attempted to shoot them, but his gun jammed. He went on to say that he didn't know his 2 companions were armed until they got out of the car and opened fire. Ultimately, Brandon Dixon was sentenced to 82 years to life in prison. Dejon Wright pled no contest to violence.
Nigga, what? Nigga, that's more than enough time, fool. Come on, bro. Nigga,
Gun jammed. He went on to say that he didn't know his 2 companions were
goodness.
armed until they got out of the car and
this
opened
nigga.
fire. Ultimately,
A man convicted of first-degree murder for being the getaway driver in the death of a community and anti-gang activist in South Los Angeles was sentenced to... Oh, my goodness. They gave this nigga Kobe Oh, my goodness. 82, nigga. That nigga Kobe, rest in peace. Not Cody, Kobe. That nigga put up 82 in a game. This nigga got 82 years, nigga. Oh my goodness. To life. 82 years to life. Are you serious? Come on, bro. Y'all could have just gave the nigga 25 years to life in state prison in a term likely to be considerably longer than that for either of the two gunmen. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm not finna read all this shit.
Brandon Dixon was sentenced to 82 years to life in prison. Dejon Wright pled no contest to voluntary manslaughter and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Omario Guerrero's 15? Case was handled through the juvenile court system. Many felt like this was a miscarriage of justice, saying that it makes no sense for the getaway driver to receive more.
How old was he? He said the juvenile, you only could do like, what, 7? Well, you could do up to 20. What is it, up to you 25? Nah, hell no. I don't know, bro. The juvenile system weird shit. But all I know, when you 18, then you ain't going there. That's all I know. Shit.
Time than the actual shooters. On Sunday, March 31st, 2019.
Yeah, how the hell they give the getaway driver the most time? Nigga, that nigga got 80 years for driving.
Rapper, businessman, community activist, and Rollin 60 member Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed near the intersection of Crenshaw Boulevard and Slauson Avenue in Rollin 60 territory. Nipsey owned a clothing store in the area called The Marathon. He had stopped by the store to get some clothes for a friend who had just been released from jail. As Nipsey was standing in the store's parking lot talking to a group of people, a man approached them and opened fire. The group scattered and ran for cover as bullets hit nearby vehicles and businesses. The shooter then ran down a nearby alley and got into a waiting vehicle. The vehicle then fled the scene. When the smoke cleared, Nipsey was found shot. He was transported to a hospital, and at 3:55 p.m., Nipsey Hussle was pronounced dead. 2 other men were also shot during the incident, but both of them survived. The gunman was later identified as another Rollin 60's member named Eric Holder. Nipsey and Eric knew each other, and they did speak moments before the shooting, but what was exactly said remains a debate. Either way, Eric deemed Nipsey's words as disrespectful. He left the scene for a few minutes.
That nigga got 60 years? I ain't know that shit.
And returned shooting. While many of the 40s paid their respects to Nipsey, others saw a problem with it. In one instance, a member of the 40s posted a picture that Nipsey had taken with a group of 40s. Another member of the 40s commented on the picture, "I don't get it, Crip." The original poster responded, "What don't you get?" The man replied, "I don't see 60s posting 40s when the homies fall, but everybody on Crip bumper. It's sad a black man died, but ain't they trying to kill the homies?" The original poster responded, "Cuz, this ain't got nothing to do with 40 and 60, bro. Niggas knew Cuz personally, and Cuz was a positive influence to his community. To each his own. Didn't know homie knock Cuz down. But everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm just saying, it don't take away from this 40ism. Hope I enlightened you and answered your question." In the days following Nipsey's murder, a community activist named Latanya Ward wanted to organize a peace walk between gangs. She contacted a member of the 60s known as Lil AD and asked for his help with organizing it. Lil AD contacted Big U and other reputable 60s and asked for their help with organizing it, and before long things were in motion. It's important to note that many of these peace talks were already in progress before Nipsey's passing, but organizers viewed it as the perfect catalyst to get things in place. The peace walk took place on Friday, April 5th, 2019.
Greetings to everybody. To get this message today, we are having a visual for Nipsey Hussle at 3 to 5 today for all the different gangs in LA that want to come out and support. Over the last 2 days, we have been having meetings amongst us, A-Trays, Rollin 60s, Hoovers, East Coasters, Bounty Hunters, and everybody of like mind to come together. We're going to ask that everybody come to Crenshaw and Slauson, be there by 3. We want everybody to park in the Ralph's parking lot. We're going to be escorting everybody from the Ralph's parking lot to the memorial. It's not open to the public. It's only for LA street gangs, Bloods, Crips with the like mind and want to support and pay homage to one of our lost soldiers, one of our good brothers and teachers and leaders.
The Peace Walk was a success. Gangs from all over Los Angeles showed up, including some of the Rollin 60's most hated rivals, like the A-Tray Gangsters, the Hoovers, the Brams, and others. Although some of these peace efforts ultimately fell through, it was great to witness the unity and know that peace is possible. It was during this time that the 40s and 60s reached a ceasefire agreement.
Hey, bro, that was a good time, though, for LA. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, then right after that, nigga, shit,
violence came to an end. Today, the Rollin 40s and Rollin 60s are on much better terms. Although things aren't back to where they once were, the reconciliation.
I don't know about that one. I seen, I ain't gonna lie, fool. It kicked back up, though, low key.
Process is underway. As the war between the 40s and 60s came to an end, the Rollin car was hit with another internal feud. The Rollin Hundreds are an alliance of gangs located in the 100 Streets on the west side of South Central. This alliance includes the Hard Time Hustler Crips, the Underground Crips, the 11-5 Neighborhood Crips, the 111 Neighborhood Crips, the Block Crips, and others. The Hundreds solidified their alliance through decades of war with the Gangster Crips, the Hoovers, and the Bloods. On Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, a 36-year-old man named Lavelle Gilchrist was shot and killed near the intersection of 9th Street and Hope Street in downtown Los Angeles. Lavelle was a beloved
he was on that video. Hey, oh God, he was the funniest nigga. Hey,
of the Block Crips and went by the nickname Lil Spy.
The way is gonna make it great. What you talking about?
Hey, this the video.
I'm trying to
No, I don't believe you.
Believe me?
No,
I don't. Go ask the little nigga that you said got it already. Ask him, did the weight make it great?
It was quickly discovered that Lavelle was murdered by the 111 Neighborhood Crips. There was tension before this incident, but most agreed that it was Lavelle's murder that took things to another level and spawned a wave of back and forth shootings. On Wednesday, September 8th, 2021, just before 9 a.m., a 54-year-old man named Craig Batiste was shot and killed near the intersection of Hobart Boulevard and 111th Street. Craig was a beloved member of the Block Crips and went by the nickname Big. Craig was active in his younger years, but he had grown tired of the gang life and decided not to only make a change, but to be the change.
Everyone in the South LA community seemed to know him, and they all said the same thing. Craig Batiste couldn't have been a better person. Called big for the size of his heart, the 54-year-old was having a cup of coffee with his neighbor.
That shit not funny, but RP the bro, but nigga, come on, bro. She talking about they call him big because of his heart.
Craig Batiste couldn't have been a better person. Called big for the size of his heart, the 50...
Nigga. RP bro, but nigga. Dude, these news reporters be saying anything. Nigga, what the hell are you talking about? This nigga lost his life. You talking about they call him big because of his heart. Nigga, what?
Was having a cup of coffee with his neighbor near 111th and Hobart at about 8:30 Wednesday morning. Investigators say someone in a dark sedan opened fire. Big tried to run but was trapped by this fence. Neighbors called the former gang member the Peacemaker. Big turned his life around more than 20 years ago and spent it doing everything for everyone else. He had 4 kids, but was a father to everybody, walking troubled kids to and from school safely and helping them get their lives back on track.
You gonna feed you, gonna make sure you got something to eat.
He know where he was at though, bro. You still in the hood, bro. You used to be, but niggas still got that. Niggas don't forget, bro. That's one thing, fool. Niggas do not forget, bro.
Backpacks for sure for the kids. Security for the kids throughout the whole community.
Why would these people want to
at least had that thing on them? I ain't gonna
hurt him then?
I have no idea. It's really heartbreaking.
He's an ex-gang member.
They don't understand what they just did to a whole community.
Many drew parallels between Craig's story and Gary's story. Both men had turned their lives around and were killed by the same people that they were trying to help. It's believed that 111 was responsible for Craig's murder. This war has essentially fractured the Rollin Hundreds. Members from Block, 111, and other gangs within the Hundreds have attempted to orchestrate multiple peace treaties, but so far, none have been successful. On Monday, June 6, 2022, just after 4 a.m., Ronaldo Reeser, the founder of the Crips Softball League and the race organization, was killed in a car accident in the city of Carson. He leaves behind a legacy of peace, unity, and community development. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Damn. Shit, what he said though, like, comment, and subscribe. Nigga, we on the road to 1K. No cap, we about to hit it. Shit. Guess what I'm finna say though? Y'all already know. Shit, I'm gone. Wait, hold on, wait. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, nigga. Shit, if y'all want to see any more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. I'm gone.